Endochondral ossification. Ossification is the process of replacing other tissues with bone, which is primarily converting the osteoid matrix to bone by the addition of calcium called calcification. Endochondral ossification ossifies bones that originate as hyaline cartilage, which is a type of cartilage that is tough but still flexible to provide support. Hyaline cartilage covers bony surfaces to reduce friction between bones. This process usually occurs in long bones, and it involves 6 steps. In the first step, the hyaline cartilage enlarges, then the chondrocytes, which are cartilage cells that have been embedded in the cartilage matrix, increase in size near the center of the shaft. Then the matrix forms little struts that start to calcify. Then the enlarged chondrocytes die and disintegrate, leaving cavities within the cartilage. In the second step, blood vessels, which transfer blood and nutrients to bones, grow around the sides of the cartilage, and the cells of the perichondrium, which is a dense, irregular connective tissue that forms a sheath around cartilage except at joints, convert to osteoblasts, which are bone cells that make bone, producing a layer of superficial bone around the shaft that will continue to grow and become compact bone. In the third step, blood vessels enter the cartilage near the center while bringing in fibroblasts, which are always present in connective tissue that can differentiate, which in this case differentiate into osteoblasts, then producing spongy bone, which is a meshwork of supporting bundles of fibers called trabeculae. This bone is not stressed in one area, but directions of stress come in many different areas. Spongy bone is produced at the primary ossification center. In the fourth step, remodeling of bone formation creates a marrow cavity, also known as the medullary cavity, which is a central cavity in bone shafts that stores red and yellow bone marrow. Bone replaces cartilage at the metastasis, which is in between the epiphysis and the diaphysis. In step 5, capillaries and osteoblasts enter the epiphysis, which is located at each end portions of a long bone, then creating the secondary ossification centers. In step 6, the epiphyses are filled with spongy bone and articulation cartilage, which comes from hyaline cartilage that is exposed to the joint cavity. At each metastasis, an epiphyseal cartilage known as the growth plate separates the epiphyses from the diaphysis. Once the bone formation process is complete, a periosteum forms around the bone, which is a dense layer of vascular connective tissue that covers bone but not at the surfaces of joints. Once the bones have matured, osteons will form, which are the fundamental basic units of a compact bone. In an osteon, the osteocytes are arranged in circular layers around a vascular central canal, or known as Harveston canal. Within the bone matrix, there are little pockets or chambers that hold one osteocyte per pocket called lacunae.